Hey, it's Holly. In today's video, I have more news about the Mermaid Dreams compact, which is really exciting. I wasn't anticipating news on that so soon, but I'm thrilled to share some news with you. It's funny how all of a sudden, like, there's no information, and then everything is just available to us. So this is really, really a good thing for us, but it's just funny how it's so secretive until it's out there. But I guess that's how they keep demand, right? So anyway, let's get into it. Okay, so here's the scoop. A few days ago, basically the day, Monday, that my video about the royal bracelet Keepsake Collection item posted, a bunch more info came out about the Mermaid Dreams compact, which is super exciting, but also kind of hilarious because we were just like, yay, this is coming out, and then all of a sudden, all of this information about Mermaid Dreams. So I'm gonna give you the scoop from inside the vintage Polly Pocket community. It appears that someone in Australia, at least one person, has been able to get their hands on this already, which is huge. So there is a video that's circulating on Instagram. I'm going to show you some of it here in this video, but it's really interesting that someone already got their hands on it. Now, from this person's story, they were able to pick it up from Amazon in Australia. We know that the royal bracelet is an Amazon exclusive, at least in the US and presumably Canada. However, it looks like Mattel is actually saying that Mermaid Dreams elsewhere in the world, including the US and Canada, is likely to be released in stores. So typical places you would purchase Polly Pockets in store currently would also be carrying this Keepsake Collection item. So it does look like the Mermaid Dreams set is from the vault, and again, we'll just take their word for it, I guess. We don't have any like drawings of it or anything showing it back in the 90s, but that being said, that's supposedly where it's coming from. But it is interesting to know that we should be on the lookout for it in our regular channels for toy stores. So if you have a toy store that you frequent, phone them, ask them, hey, is this in the pipeline? Do you have any dates on this? And keep checking those websites for those toy stores that you shop at in person. So here in Canada, I presume that's going to be Toys R Us, probably also places like Walmart, but something to keep your eye out for. So just a quick peek at this video. So this video is from Auntie Lee Toy Company, again, supposedly based out of Australia. They got their hands on this compact. It's super cute. It looks just like the photos. I mean, I don't know why it wouldn't, but it's nice to see like a little bit more detail. So I want to show you some of this. So it's really interesting to me. It looks to be a decent size, and it looks to be the same shape as the beach compacts from 1989, so that seashell shape. Very colorful inside, and there's been a lot of comments in the Polly community about, okay, well, how come we weren't going for pastel colors? Like, why are we going for these really bright colors? I think they're trying to find this happy medium between the vintage Polly Pockets and the current Polly Pocket color palette. I love that this ring is so tiny. Now, I have really small hands, so it might fit on my pinky finger, but we'll see when I get my hands on it. But really cute figures. So very interesting to see someone actually have this in their hands already. So definitely keep an eye out on your local toy stores. You know, keep checking all of those channels to see if any of them get that. It's really, really exciting to see this out in the world. Of course, once I get my hands on one, whenever that happens to be, I'm going to do a toy tour on it. But for now, I'm just really excited to update you that there appears to be another set that's just going to be out now, if not very, very soon. So I'm just going to have to set a bunch of Google alerts, basically, I guess. I don't know how else to go about making sure I get notified the second it's there. But I know that a lot of these things have sold out very quickly in the past. So You can sometimes find them through back channeling, smaller toy stores, that kind of thing, but it can be hard to get your hands on this once it hits stores. So definitely something to keep your eye out for. So how do you feel about this compact? I think it's really cute. I can't wait to hold it and actually look at it for myself in detail. Of course, that was a very quick preview, but I am glad to know that Mattel isn't holding it back, that they are intending to release it ASAP, that apparently it's out in some places already. So that's really thrilling to see. And hopefully this trend will continue. I think there's enough demand for these vintage style Polly Pockets to kind of come back that maybe we're going to start seeing a few each year. And I think that's a really welcome and exciting thing to consider. So fingers crossed. So yeah, let me know in the comments, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about the new Mermaid Dreams compact and all of these Keepsake Collection sets? For me, I'm just very excited to see them coming out, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Okay, so that is the current scoop on Mermaid Dreams. I am so excited. I can't reiterate that enough. It's neat to get something that hasn't been a set before, because so far we've only really had like remakes. I know the ring case is kind of new, but it's nice to get some new vintage stuff out, which I know is a complete oxymoron, but you know what I mean. So it's really, really exciting to me, and I know I keep saying that, but that's just how excited I am right now. So thanks for listening. For me, I think having more of those down the pipeline would be a really good option for Mattel. I hope they continue this. And who knows, maybe we'll get some more Polyville. Maybe we'll get those sets that we've been asking for, like the library or post office. Both of those would be so fun to me. I just love the idea of shops and services. But maybe that's just me. But we'll see. They seem to be really leaning heavy into the unicorn mermaid thing, which makes sense. I mean, I feel like these toys are mostly designed for like 7-year-old girls, which that's like, speaking as a mom, that is peak unicorn mermaid phase. So fair enough. But I would like to see them kind of do a little bit more than just unicorn mermaid fairy, fantasy stuff. I think there's a lot more they could do with the Keepsake Collection. So we'll see what happens. I'd also like to see the color palette change a little bit. I think the color palette right now is just a little bit too current Polly Pocket rather than vintage. And I know that they're probably trying to put the two together and make something in between, but for me, I think a lot of the nostalgia of Polly Pocket, and when you look at, like the merchandise that's come out since, it's that pastel aesthetic that really draws people in. It's that pastel aesthetic that reminds people of the 90s and all of that nostalgia. So I don't know. I don't know if kind of trying to meet the two halfway is the right thing. Again, let me know how you feel about that. But for me, I really think they should stick to the pastel. I also felt that originally when I first got that 30th anniversary birthday surprise set, the first Keepsake Collection item that they brought out. I actually bought that for my daughter for her birthday a few years ago, and then I just promptly stole it. And I recently acquired one in a box, so I guess she can have it back. But it's one of those things where I feel like the purples are too purple. They're not muted enough. That's the part that kind of bothers me. And maybe I'm just like not a hot pink or like deep purple person. I've always been kind of a pastel person, so it might just be me. But I digress. That's how I feel about it. But again, I really shouldn't be complaining because I am excited that there's stuff coming out, and really that's they didn't have to do that. So thanks, Mattel. I'm glad that we at least got something. So that's it from me for this week, or not for this week, but for today at least. Oh my gosh, no, today is Monday. What am I talking about? My video was on Thursday. Oh my gosh. As you can see, I'm very tired. It's been a long week for us. My Polly Pocket collection is still packed up. Hopefully we will get that unpacked at some point in the near future. But I will continue bringing you content as best I can over the next few weeks while we sort our life out over here. But everything's good, and yeah, just looking forward to feeling a little bit more settled again. If you have not hit the subscribe button yet, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps out the channel so much. It's free. You don't have to do anything. Just hit subscribe. You'll get notified when I have new videos out. And if you are on social media, please come follow along at Pocket Vintage Toys. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. That's the best place to find me outside of YouTube. Other than that, that's it for me for today. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.